So, let's get piggy. So, I'm actually a lot further away from my camera right now because I don't feel like fixing my camera. If I were to get up close to the camera right now and fix everything, it's kind of fine here. But so I started a series called Why Each Character is Bad, and I had Why Freddy is Bad, and we did that. And I was supposed to do Legion next, but I decided to go with the pig because the pig is a source of controversy for me with a lot of people. So we are going to be talking about the pig and why I think the pig is bad. I've been doing this for every killer, including killers I think are good, like the Shape, the Hag, Billy, etc. First off, we've got to start with... I'm actually in the wrong lobby. We've got to start with... I'm in the wrong lobby. Why I think the pig is bad. Well, I think the pig is a very low-tier killer. Partially because in order to play her the optimal way that everyone wants you to play her, you are playing such conflicting playstyles. Sorry about that little glitch in and out, but we're playing the pig right now. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. So if you read a tormenting killer able to crouch into stealth mode and then ambush survivors from a short distance, she can also apply reverse bear traps to down survivors, forcing them to remove it before the timer runs out. If the timer expires, they die instantly. Now, unlike with Freddy, where I talked about perks first. We're not going to talk about perks. First off, let's start with offerings. One of the things to me that's very important to note is the pig is one of those killers that can be found out instantly. She's very similar to Freddy. She's very similar to a doctor. You know, she's very similar to a trapper. You can find her out instantly because she leaves objects in the map. So, there are some maps that are to her advantage and some that are not to her advantage. We're not going to talk about maps, really. What I want to talk about is perks. Another perk is Hangman's Trick. I believe that's a green one. Yeah, here we go. Let's look at her 3 perks. What's up, Rocky? You have Make Your Choice. Now, Make Your Choice is a fantastic perk. It's great. I love it. But there are a lot of drawbacks to it. Surveillance, which it went from being one of the worst killer perks in the game to being fantastic. And Hangman's Trick, which is still a bit shit. It's like Thrill of the Hunt, but against Saboteur. This basically pretty much affects 2 things in the game. So let's start with Hangman's Trick. This affects pretty much the perk Saboteur or an Alex's Toolbox or any type of a sabotaging toolbox. So basically, hooks that are destroyed or sabotage automatically repair themselves after 10 seconds. So this is great if you're going up against someone that is going to be sabotaging hooks. And you get a notification when they start sabotaging it. And then Sabotage Bear Trap timers. Automatic repair timer is reduced by 60 seconds. So basically it's going from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. That's if you decide to run it on the Trapper, which the thing is, Sabotage Bear Traps, no, you realize that you can actually destroy bear traps entirely, so that renders it completely useless. This is her worst perk right now. Now we're going to talk about Make Your Choice. Now Make Your Choice has become her second worst. Make Your Choice is great, and this is where most of her build viability actually comes from. Surveillance is great, but it's kind of like a filler perk. It's a fire and forget on her. Make Your Choice is great because it goes so well with perks like, I can't think of the name. Devour Hope. Here, we'll start looking. Goes good with, Tinker goes good with Surveillance. That's good 1-2. Thanophobia goes well with Make Your Choice, but Thanophobia also goes well with pretty much everything. Rancor goes pretty well with Make Your Choice. Another great example, Hex Ruin really reinforces Surveillance. Third Seal goes well with both of those perks, to be honest. Pop Goes the Weasel's another excellent one that goes well with Surveillance and kind of Make Your Choice. I think that's the best bet. If you're making the optimal build, you know what you're going to be doing? You're going to be taking Pop Goes the Weasel and putting it in this build if you want to run those perks. Huntress Lullaby, very good with Make Your Choice. Devour Hope, very good with Make Your Choice. Barbecue and Chili, very good with Make Your Choice. Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of build viability. And if you're going for Hangman's Trick, you're going to be running a lot of other reveal-based perks. It's pretty much the only anti-hook in the game, but it's not really that great. That's the first key to mention. Make Your Choice is a good perk. It has a lot of viability, but there's two big problems with Make Your Choice. One, it has a 60-second cooldown, so you cannot punish over-altruism with constant exposed status effects trying to whack them rapidly as they're trying to unhook each other. Another thing is that you have to get a hook rescue while you are away from them. So again, you cannot use this to punish over-altruism. This means you can punish over-altruism once every 60 seconds. So basically, you're trading one survivor on a hook for another survivor on a hook. Now you have surveillance, which is great. There is a problem that you have to kick a generator first, so it doesn't like give you an instant reveal if a survivor is just straight up working on a generator. But it is her best perk. There are no real drawbacks other than that one. This is where we talk about add-ons and her powers. First off, she gets 2 powers, which no other killer does. Now, that alone would make her very powerful. But she lacks that real sense of power because they are conflicting. For one thing, you have the jigsaw traps, which are basically a one-time use that you can only do when a survivor is in the dying state. They changed it and actually weakened it. You used to be able to put this on a survivor's head while they were on a hook. Now you cannot do that. So you have to put them on them while they are on the ground. Now, there are a few drawbacks to this. I'm going to start with this one first. So it will automatically kill the survivor when triggered. That is bullshit. That is not how it works. Automatically trigger when they are beyond the exit gate. Now, once again, you used to be able to escape by crawling out through the exit gates when you could just crawl through the exit gates. You can no longer do that. It is now a kill. It is now a kill. This also means that as a survivor with a bear trap on your head, you can open the exit gate, but you cannot leave. You cannot actually walk past that barrier. You can't do it. It's not like leave. You just can't go into that barrier. So, they will expire. They trigger once their timer expires, which is, again, not true. And it starts when a generator is completed. That's fairly standard. Survivors can free themselves from reverse bear trap by searching jigsaw and finding the correct key. To be honest, it's not really what you're thinking. Basically, it's RGN. It is entirely RGN. There's not one singular box that you can find. Again, they patched this out. They've patched out a lot of the pig things to make her strong, to make her weaker. That's about the only strong thing they did, where it's not the same box every time, and you have to search and search and search, or you get lucky. Now, this is great, but you have your primary one. This is the secondary power. Her secondary power, the funny part, is actually her primary ability. So you get to crouch around, you get to skulk around and crash, and you get to dash at someone. Ah! She has no terror race, and basically she's annoying. She kind of like stays out of sight. She has no terror race, and she can sneak up on you. The problem is there's a very distinct audio cue when she goes into that dash attack, so it's not great. And basically the design is you're able to successfully get one surprise attack off, and then you chase the survivor down outside of that terror radius, and you put a trap on their head. The problem is her traps are very good for slowing the game down, but her crouching ability is very good for speeding the game up. That's really a conflicting thing with her. She simultaneously wants to speed up the game and slow the game down, and it makes it very difficult to play that style with her. Now we're going to start to dive into add-ons. Now remember, she does not get double the add-ons because she has double the powers. So we'll start from the bottom and go up. Increases skill check odds when interacting with a jigsaw drop. You do not want this. You do not get an audio notification, or at least I don't, when someone fails a skill check on a pig. All it does is speed it up. That's a shit add-on. Decreases the mist cooldown. That's basically unrelenting. It's not great. Decreases the attack charge time. That's better. I'm sorry if I'm yawning, I'm tired. Decreases the time it takes to crouch. This is basically allowing you to teabag faster. Decreases charge time and ambush time. That's decent. So now we're going to get into slightly better stuff. Survivors caught in reverse bear traps suffer from the hemorrhage status effect. This causes them to bleed a lot. And it's basically Sloppy Butcher. This is nothing, actually. Moderately increases skill check trigger odds when interacting with the Jigsaw. Again, this is shit. Last Will. This increases the available bear traps by 1. This basically makes it harder for the survivors because they have to run around to extra bear traps. Now, this is actually a good thing and a bad thing. What's up? Come on up. You wanna come up? This is a good thing and a bad thing. It is a bad thing because of the fact... Hello, Baba. Hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi. Hi. Alright, go on. Beat it. Or not. Fine. Stay here and pet you while I work. Or why not? So, basically, it makes the survivor have better chance because there are more bear traps in the map for them to run around too, but at the same time, it's also a bad thing. I oftentimes have the problem where I've checked a bear trap and there's nothing there, and then I have to run around the map to the side of the map that the pig is on to trap it there. It makes it rather difficult. We have the face mask. This is great. This is good at all. This is great. I like this one, actually, where survivors caught in the reverse bear trap suffer from blindness status effect. Basically, anytime you have a thing on their head, it makes it so that it's basically a free third seal. That's a nice part. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work. No. You want to play with Francois? Here, play with Francois. Oh, give the duck. Give the duck. Go. Leave me alone. Shoot. Try to work. Slow release toxin. This is exhaustion in the bear trap. That's not really effective. I don't know if it counters adrenaline or not. I have not tried around that yet. Alright. Fuck. You're annoying. Alright, I'm ignoring you now. So we have the Mangles as, again, that's another, that's Sloppy Butcher. That's not helpful, really. This one increases the number of available jigsaw traps by 1. Yeah, I said that wrong. Jigsaw trap boxes. There we go. But it increases the death timer. This is actually not as strong as you would think, where it increases the timer. That extra jigsaw box really counteracts it, though. This increases the penalty of a failed skill check. Now, this is actually a decent one. This is one of her better, higher-end assets, because this increases the penalty of failing a skill check. And if you are able to combine that with the Jigsaw's Anointed plan, where it increases the timer, I mean, this is actually a good way to combo if you're trying to find them. So then you have the Bag of Gears. This increases the time it takes the survivor to search one, and decreases the time it takes to put on the reverse bear trap. The decrease the time is not really that great. The increase the time to search a trap, that's alright. I mean, that's something for lethality. This moderately reduces the bear trap death timer. This is one of the best things you can have because it makes it very quick. We have the Jigsaw Sketch. This increases... again, this is not a high-level add-on. Then you have increases the time it... Yeah, because it's not Jigsaw traps, it's just the boxes. Considerably increases the time it takes Survivor to search a box. Moderately decreases. This is a good one as well. This is very strong. Especially if you combo it with reducing the death timer. Putting these two perks together, the Creative Gears and the Tampered Timer. Now we're getting up there in the higher ones. So you have Amanda's Secret. This disables the pig's ability to see the Jigsaw box auras, but you gain a notification when the survivor removes it, and then when they are removing a bear trap, they are revealed to you for 6 seconds. This is not very good. This basically allows you to tunnel the person on the Jigsaw box. This is a tunneling add-on right here. Now we have rules number 2. This disables the survivor's ability to see the Jigsaw boxes until the trap is activated. Now, this can be annoying as a survivor, but by no means is this an ebony at all. This is not an ebony. This is not ebony worthy. It is garbage tier. And last but not least, we have Amanda's Letter. I actually like this one. So when crouched, you see the outlines of survivors within a 12-meter radius. It does reduce the available Jigsaw boxes by 2 and the number of traps by 3. So basically, you get 1 Jigsaw trap, and there's like 2 or 3 traps for them to search. That being said, they are spread out across the map, so it is rather difficult for them to get from point A to point B. This basically gives you the ability to stealth survivors. You can stealth survivors very well with this. And you have a good degree. She can actually play very similar to the Spirit, where she can use Yamoka's haunting to haunt over to a generator, guess where the survivor is, and yank him off. Very close to that. The problem with the pig as well is the conflicting nature. So, when you look at powers, you are generally going to use the jigsaw, your crouch ability, to get near a survivor that's pulling the trap off. There's no incentive to hitting a survivor that gets the trap off their head because they're trying to get it off their head. It can potentially kill them. But if you don't tunnel them and you let them get the trap off their head, they're dead. Why did that switch? No. My game is boo-hoo right now. Trying to... The L2, R2 quick switch is annoying. Basically, there is no incentive to play either the crouchy, stealthing kind of pig or the actual trap itself. The traps itself are not helpful. Personally, I think she should just have to crouch and be done with it. I don't think the jigsaws, maybe that could be an add-on or a perk card or something like that. I honestly don't get it. And then build-wise, these are really the two cards you have to work with. You can do a make your choice build, or you can do a surveillance build. Make your choice used to be her strongest perk, but now it's completely outmatched by surveillance. And surveillance has a lot more going for it, such as Bitter Murmur. Make your choice has Devour Hope, and that's about it. I'm not really going to make builds because I'm trying to keep this video short. Now the pig is very annoying and powerful because she does have those two perks, and she is very strong when it comes to her ability to slow an individual survivor down with the traps. But that's about all she has going for her. In my opinion, she's outmatched by a number of killers. Freddy is actually a lot more good at... He's better at slowing an individual survivor down because of the dream world. They both have the same problem where they are easy to get out of that individual slow. Huntress is better because she has more range. Spirit is better because she's a bit more stealthy. I actually think that the Spirit is a better killer than the pig, just because the Spirit is able to capitalize off of more perks than the pig can. Pig is better than Legion. Legion's a bit shit. Clown is subjective. It depends on how you're playing the clown, to be honest, if pig is better or worse. Leatherface is a lot better. He's just a lot better. Shape is a lot better. Doctor, I would say, is better. Hag is better. I'm gonna wait on him. Nurse is better. Billy's better. Wraith is better. Because Wraith has better perks to back up his stealth playstyle. The ability to come out of stealth with no noise. The pig does not have that, and that is half of the pig's playstyle. And he doesn't have to worry about bear traps and shit like that to worry about. The Trapper is the interesting one. To be honest, the pig is better than the Trapper because she has more stealth going for her than the Trapper does. The Trapper is big. Here comes the Trapper! You better not step in his traps. Gotta throw a little love to Samination and those videos because they're funny as hell. But, yeah, basically the pig is better than the Trapper and the Legion. And it is subjective on Clown and Freddy, depending on playstyle. Woo. Bad piggy.